Body from Mississippi. Mr. Chair, I would like to yield the remainder of my time to Delegate Barnes from the great state of New York.
You have that right.
Will the speaker yield to a question?
Does the author yield?
Yes. Would this proposal eliminate spousal, child, and survivor benefits? Would that eliminate this?
Can you repeat the question?
Would this proposal eliminate spousal, child, and survivor benefits, or would it change them?
This is just for people that are receiving Social Security like that work. So no.
You have that right.
One thing I'd like to just address is a fear that those who cannot work who are over the age of 65 will be sort of shafted by this proposal. That's completely untrue. As everyone else in the workforce, if they are incapable of working, they can still apply for disability. That's part of Social Security that is not being removed under this program. So this is essentially ensuring that those who are capable of working that are over 65, which thanks to modern science and modern health, there's a lot of people like that, considering my grandparents are still working in their 70s. This is keeping people who deserve to be in the workforce, who oftentimes want to be in the workforce, sustaining those who are older than them. Also, I personally want to receive every dollar I'm giving to the government back. And this is just an easy way to ensure that this happens. It's not hurting anyone who cannot sustain themselves. They can apply for disability. And so I just want to applaud the author for sort of covering that base really well and yield the remainder of my time to Pinkala.
Thank you, Speaker, and thank you, Mr. Chair, of Pinkala, Minnesota. The elderly population will not get any Social Security benefits. The current age limit system remains. The money will run out. When the Social Security program was first instituted, it was made to deal with smaller amounts of people, and the current regulations don't officially apply to the population that we have. By increasing the eligibility age, we'll ensure the presence of Social Security into the future for all Americans. Thank you. I yield my time.
Yield the rest of my time to Delegate Barnes from New York.
You have that right.
All right, so Social Security is in trouble, but this proposal is counteractive and will not have a net benefit. The Social Security Act was passed so that to encourage the elderly to leave the workforce so that the younger people can have a job. Now, the unemployment rate today is 9.5 according to the U.S. Bureau of Statistics. With the raising of the Social Security age, this will encourage the elderly to keep their current jobs, and meaning the younger generations will not have their jobs. Now, if younger generations don't have their jobs, that means the unemployment rate will increase, meaning that there will be less consumer spending. And this proposal is actually wants to be put into place to help the economy, but in fact, with the passage of this proposal, the economy will be hurt. Now, if you want to have jobs whenever you guys are able to, then this proposal should not pass. I would like to yield the rest of my time to Delegate Barnes.
The gentleman yields 1 minute.
Kelly Barnes, State of New York. Our author responded to the question and said that the survivor and child and spousal benefits would remain the same under this proposal. I'd like to aware you that spousal benefits are given to people above the age of 62 or if they have children under the age of 16. Child benefits are given to people that are the age of 18 or until they graduate from high school, and that goes the same for when the parent dies. The children and the spouse receive these benefits. Let's think. How many 75-year-olds do you know that have an 18-year-old or younger child? Not too many. So therefore, these children will be taken off these benefits. That's 2.9 million children that will not be receiving aid. I am one of those. My father passed away last year, and that money helped me continue going to my Catholic high school. Without that money, I wouldn't have been able to go there. So I discourage the passage of this for those reasons. Thank you.
Delegation, I reserve my right to yield time to Delegate Burns of New Jersey.
You have that right.
To start, I'd just like to state that because the baby boomers are retiring and at a very fast rate, we are going to run out of money fast in Social Security, but we have to ensure the stability of it by raising the age to 75, because we can't raise taxes on the working class. They are already paying too much. They are paying almost all of the taxes because the upper won't and the lower can't. And I mean, people who retire at age 65 should have enough money to last 10 years. They aren't going to starve to death. And in fact, the only reason that the age for Social Security benefits is 65 is because that was the average life expectancy when Social Security was set up in 1935. That's not the case anymore. Now it's 75. So there's absolutely no reason why it should be 75 now because it was 65 then. The average life expectancy is 75 now. Thank you. I yield my time to
The gentleman
Delegate
is
Burns.
40 seconds.
Thank you, Burns, New Jersey. Thank you, Sir Chair. I am usually a liberal person, however, I greatly support this proposal. With life expectancy getting greater and the baby boomers retiring, if we do not make this change, there's not a single person in this room that will ever see the benefits of Social Security, even if we pay into it for our entire working career. That is a travesty. We could pay thousands of dollars into this fund and never see it. Social Security is the reason why we owe $13 trillion, yet our indebtedness and our liabilities are over $50 trillion. Something needs to change. I yield the remainder of my time to the
The
chair.
gentleman yields his time. The chair will now recognize the final comments.
Krebs, Oklahoma. I reserve the right to yield the remainder of my time to Sheldon from Washington.
You have that right.
By not offering an equal chance for benefits, it becomes a contest for who can live longer and who can live long enough to receive these benefits that people receive under Social Security. Retirement is not a reward to be given for those that are lucky to live long enough. It is something that is deserved to all of our citizens. Protect the right to retire and vote against this proposal. I now yield the remainder of my time to Sheldon.
The delegate has a minute and a half.
Tucker Shalvin, Washington delegation. Thank you, Mr. Krebs. Thank you, Sir Chair. Guys, stop and think for a moment. I would find the idea of telling seniors to go out and work in this economy, funny if it wasn't so terrifying. Think about what we're doing to these people. I'd like to share a personal story. My grandmother is 65 years old, and a few years ago, just as she was going into Social Security benefits, my grandfather passed away. Now, my grandmother has worked as a school teacher her entire life, and she's saved up, but she depends on her Social Security benefits to get her through the week, to get her through the month, because she's a widow, because she can't fully support herself. With the passage of this proposal, guys, what you're going to be doing is not only taking the rug out from an entire class of American citizens, you will be destroying the foundation for thousands of American citizens who have worked hard their entire lives and expected security, Social Security from the United States government. Guys, you will be casting an entire class of American citizens into poverty with this. I believe in prioritization in our government, and that's not what this is. Let's think about other things we can cut. Let's think about what we believe in. Let's think about who we are as Americans, and I yield my time to the chair.